everybody. I'm Nickie the Psychic. I'm coming at you live from Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania. I have been doing this for the public for a little under 10 years now, but doing it my whole life, just ghost hunting with my friends and, doing that kind of fun stuff whenever you're a kid, ghost hunting, playing around, learning your abilities. And today for my first show and everything, I want to do a more of a collective reading. And that's going to come in as a lot of you guys are, listen, yins are destined for greatness, but a lot of your insecurities and where you're coming from at life right now were put there from persons, places, and things that you just second guess your own abilities, and you do not like tap into who you are entirely. Like, you shoot forward, you have all these beautiful ideas that you're nursing, and you have the tools all in front of you to accomplish these dreams. However, you're just sitting back and letting what other people have said and done to you in the past, and you're not even living that life anymore. That's not your life anymore. And what those people have done to you is still weighing on you. So while we're healing and we're moving on and stepping into our true power, we have to learn to be self-aware and become self-aware enough to tell ourselves that that's why this is happening. That's why I have this lack of confidence. That's why I can't seem to move into the next chapter of our life. And that comes with doing your shadow work and identifying where you are as the person that's holding yourself back. Because at this point in time in your life, where all those scary situations, trauma, what have you, has occurred, it's not your life that you're living right now. Like, you don't have to deal with those things anymore. Like, the battle is over. Like, the storm is clearing. Like, your life is just becoming more balanced and manifesting as you want it to. However, the only energy block that you're having right now into stepping into your true abilities and identifying like how powerful you really are is your own fear. And that stuff was put into your head by other people. It has absolutely nothing to do with your life right now. So we're going to sit back and we're going to work on identifying and releasing that, and then going and stepping into what you want to create and doing new things and learning new things, because it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you have kids. It doesn't matter about any of that. When you're learning something, you're going to be a beginner for a while. Like, it's okay. Like, you got to drop that ego and that trauma put on you that you need to know everything right now. Like, you need to be in that place in your life right now. No, you don't. That rushing and those emotions and those feelings were put there by other people who had a time stamp on your success and how you wanted to be, how they wanted you to be moving forward, not necessarily how you wanted to be living your life. But now that those people, you might have released them, you might have moved out, you might have got a new job, they're not there to hold you back anymore. You can do that. Like, you can go forward with who you want to be. You can step into that energy. You just got to go inward, because we got the Hermit card right here, and identify that in this chapter, you're your own problem. You are your own problem, and you are your own worst enemy, holding yourself back from literally the world. Like, you're holding yourself back from the world. So take this as a message of enthusiasm, and that you can change the direction of your life. You can have more clarity. You can have that wish fulfillment. You can do all of that. You got to hug your inner child, console your inner teenager, and you got to move forward and become that person. Yeah, some days are going to be harder than others. Some days you're going to want to go backwards. Some days you might actually go backwards. But developing your self-awareness is where the healing takes place. Developing your empathy and your grace for yourself is where the healing takes place. Like, we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck, and we know that there's going to be obstacles. We know that it's life. Like, some things are just not going to go according to plan right then and there, but that doesn't mean they're not going to happen for you. And you got to plan for those new possibilities, and you got to stop letting these people get away with making you feel a certain way by yourself when these people aren't in your life anymore. And if they're still in your life and they have to be in your life for some reason, then you have to change that. You have to be that boundary. You have to be that best version of yourself. And it's going to be a little difficult. It might take it's going to take time. Like we know that. But as soon as you get past that, like, yes, like Empress energy, like you're going to step into that divine feminine energy and manifesting energy and nurturing energy that you want to be. You just have to oil the wheel in the direction that you want it to go. You have to restore that balance in your life. You have to restore chaos to your own mind, because honestly, like, a lot of y'all are your own worst enemy, and that's part of healing. We have to go back, we have to do that shadow work, we have to identify where that cup is coming from, like where that feeling is coming from. We have to pour into our own cup. We have to be our own role model. We have to find positive role models to look up to, because maybe we didn't have any, and that's why we're so down on ourselves. We have to build that circle. You have to build your soul tribe. Like, you don't have to sit there in those fears and those traumas that aren't even part of your life anymore. You can change that direction, and you can change it fast, like fast. You just got to do that inner work. And you're all 180% capable of doing that. Like, nobody is stopping you at this point in time in yourself, in your life, but yourself. And I say that because, yeah, people are always going to chime in and they're always going to give their opinion on what you're doing. However, it's up to you on whether you let that affect you anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a little difficult. Yeah, sometimes getting those boundaries in there and being able to step into who you are involves painful separations. It involves just like kind of seeing people for their true colors that are around you that might not have your best interest at heart. And then once you get on that path of learning how to recognize those red flags and recognize those characteristics in people, you're going to start shooting forward. You're going to start naturally removing yourself from people that no longer serve the higher version of yourself. Maybe they remember you from where you used to be and who you used to be. They haven't talked to you since then. You're a whole new person right now, and you're working on being a whole new person. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't let those outside forces get to you. No, you cannot do that, because they don't have any power over you unless you let them in your head. And that's what this is all about, getting in your head, finding that clarity, not feeling like you're going through life blindfolded, like literally healing, finding your true north and who you are after all these people totally, like, you're literally learning who you are all over again. And it's a better version. So walk away from those people, places, and things that no longer serve the person that you're trying to become. And yeah, usually a lot of the time this is family, and that's crappy. Nobody wants to deal with that. But we get through it, and we learn small doses. We learn how to, you can be, you can talk to somebody without sharing an inch of what's going on in your life. You don't have to be so open anymore. You don't have to people please. You don't have to trauma dump. Like, that's not who you are this round. Technically, what spirit's telling me is that you're not allowed to be that person anymore, because if you're trying to get through and become a better version of yourself, you gotta drop your past versions. You're not going to bloom or have your phoenix moment if you're not letting that old part of you burn down. And that could be how you acted, that could be how you let everybody else act around you. So this is all on you. Like, you got it. You're going to have a fantastic year, but that's all I got time for this week. Tune in next week to listen again. I appreciate you all. Big shout out to my sponsors, Rock Bottom Jewelry and Engraving, located in Westmoreland Mall in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Visit their website at rockbottomje.com. Also, Autumn, the owner of Just Breathe Holistic Wellness, which is where I'm doing this video from. She's located in Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania. Find her on Facebook. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you next week.